And live from the rinks, it's Monday Night Hockey. It's up to Sachem. Both crowds are loud. They're ready to go as both teams take to the ice for warm-ups. Patrick Ryan, the senior starter, will be in between the pipes for Smithtown Hauppauge. Was selected this past year's All-Star game. On the other side, another All-Star, Michael DiGirolamo, the sophomore netminder, back between the pipes. These two teams, the overtime game winner. Then they took a lead, a 5-3 lead against the Sachem squad back on December 4th. They end up tying that game as Thomas Kinkowski leads the charge back late. And then we make it to Sachem Senior Night. That was February 7th. So just about 4 days, 7-2 win for Smithtown Hauppauge. They, for lack of a better term, kind of steamrolled them on their senior night. Brendan Landrigan potting a hat trick, playing spoiler in that one. I mean, you take a look at their regular season leaders, the points, you're going to see a lot of similar faces. Landrigan leads the Bulls in goals, assists, points. The only stat he doesn't lead them in is penalty minutes. And to be honest, they don't have a lot of guys to take penalty minutes. Andre McGrain leads them with 31. Nicky Ress, who leads Sachem with 52. Well, they're both out tonight. They're suspended. Joe Wandeling is suspended. Michael Arnone is suspended. So that goes back to that last game of the regular season. And Landrigan, who leads the Bulls in goals, assists, points, 21-18-39. Well, he's going to be a big part of this team tonight as they look to beat Sachem. They met in the first round last year. The Bulls can't know how much further back it goes because, to be honest, I've been here 2 years. I can't remember off the top of my head, but irregardless, they're looking to head back there. But they're going to have to go through Thomas Kinkowski and Sachem. Just a tremendous campaign for him, and ends up being 4th in points. Thomas Ivers led all scorers with a whopping 66 points. That EI top 3 of Ivers, Pepe, and Atra. They end up leading that team to the first seed. They've advanced. St. Anthony's have KPC and Connect Quad Sable. They're battling on the other side right now. Brian Rascona has the call for that one. We saw that matchup last year. It was a tight-fought game. And this year's matchup looks to be trending the same direction, but every matchup from last season is the same, with the sole exception of EI versus Ward Melville instead of West Islip. So the more things change, the more they stay the same, I guess. And right now, both teams getting set. We have the starters for both lineups: Colin Calber, Garo, and Joey Capice starting on defense. And also, just want to correct one thing. I've been calling Greg Monty by the incorrect name. Nobody on the Sachem side. I think they were just playing a joke with me. It turns out it's Monty, so my apologies for that. Never want to get a name wrong. I was also asked to say that everybody in the locker room doesn't call him Monty. They really just call him Holtzfeld Jesus. That's his nickname. They requested I say that on air. I wasn't sure if I was even allowed to at this point. But, you know, that's his nickname, so figured I'd. And that's what ends up happening when Sachem, who started out 7-0, kind of did not finish as strongly as they would have wanted to. And then on the other side, you have a Bulls squad that started slowly. They brought in head coach Mark Duke. He moves it over to Joey Capice. Sends it up the wall. Gloved down by Shane Reedy. Walking in towards the slot. Can't get it to Trites on the forecheck. Lead pass to Kinkowski. Trites batting that one down. Moves it over. Cantalupo walking in. Fires it. Blocker save. Looking for the wraparound now. Reedy to the point. CJ Guglielmo over to Trites. Fires. Turn to side. Blockered into the netting. We get our first stoppage of the game. Face-off is won back by Sachem. They get it to clear. RJ Pfister under pressure. Taken down in front. O'Hay gets a shot off. That ends up going wide. O'Hay on a line with Monty and Bobich. Monty has it. Walking in, poked off his stick. Gavin Barrow Correction, that's David Wetzel, 97, not 94. Now it comes to Victor Dorico. He enters. Had it poked off a stick by O'Hay. It's in the postseason. It seems like the lights are turned up to the maximum here on the North Rink as these two teams square off. Gavin Barham, pressure. Puck comes to Bobich. Then Michael Morrow enters. Patrick Ryan can't settle it behind Wetzel against Montauk. And now the Bulls heading up ice. They've entered. And apologies, we have had some technical difficulties here. 2 varsity quarterfinals games going simultaneously between 2 big programs, so, well, that'll do it. And right now, there are 13 minutes remaining on the clock. Sachem forced a turnover in the corner. Morrow battling for it. Puck comes out in front. Colin Calber, a shot. Rising high, Max Campo under pressure from Cameron Calber. Bulls looking to settle it. Raymond Sherwood up the wall. Colin Calber picks it off, steps in. Taken down, Timmy Solito. Couldn't come away with it. Comes back to Calber. It's Kinkowski who gloves it down. Knocks it forward. Bulls trying to settle. Comes out, Angelo Mascaro. Shot, gloved by Ryan. An early stop for Patrick Ryan, the glove save. Fast-paced opening couple minutes to this action. And once again, if you're rejoining us, we had some internet issues. A lot of quarterfinals action here tonight. All 4 games being played here tonight. Tied up, and now Thomas Kinkowski, the Sachem captain, coming in, fires. Back one, whips around the wall. Sean Walsh races in, carrying it in. Fires it towards the net. It's blocked by Capice. He races after it. Reedy providing pressure. Forcing a pass up the wall. Cantalupo tries to backhand that one back in. Out Bach 2. The captain Kinkowski. He enters. Fires. Blocked. Wetzel sacrificing body, but now out 2 in the slot. Good back check from Reedy. Kinkowski gets it back. Poked off his stick. Bulls converging on Kinkowski quickly here in this opening minute. Or this opening period, that is. And that one sent the length of the ice. 11:32 remaining. Dorico in the dot versus O'Hay. It's 1 to Bobich. Tries to send it towards the slot. Both teams battling for it. Bulls looking for a clear. Tried to jab it out of the zone, and O'Hay sends it back in. Monty in the opposite corner against Lakowitz. The 2 seniors going at it, but it comes back to Bobich. Walks in, fires, and it's into the netting. Once again, if you're just rejoining us, we are trying to work some things out. Face-off is 1 to Bobich, poked off his stick, now racing after it. Turns, fires, kicked out by Ryan. Sherwood can't settle it. O'Hay picks it up. To the point, Alamia shot. And it's blocked by Dorico. O'Hay pressuring. Comes away with it. Lakowitz battling. Along the wall, pinned. Trapped. Dorico pokes it out, trying to send it up. Monty battling for it, and the Bulls center flips it out into neutral. And now a 2-on-1. Landrigan fires, save, rebound. A strong stop for DiGirolamo. Both teams battling for it. Bulls regain possession. Skips out across the slot. Barham diving out to the ice, sent in front. Dorico is tied up. Sachem headed the other way. Chris O'Hay with speed. Ends up pulling up, chips it in, and Ryan gets a stick on it. Wetzel collects in the corner. Morrow pressuring, so move D to D. RJ Pfister nearly lost the handle, recovered it. Pfister now heading up ice, enters. Pulls up, shot kicked out, loose in front. And Kinkowski comes away with it. 5 minutes have elapsed here in the period. Bulls force another turnover. JP D'Alessandro drops off. Malone, shot. It's loose in front. Solito trying to bank it in. DiGirolamo with the stop. It's loose beneath the goal line. Still battling for it. Comes out to the point. RJ Pfister under pressure. Shot redirected. Ends up in the left wing corner. Fired up, but gloved down by the Bulls. Still battling for it. A big hit along the wall, but it comes free to Patrick Malone. Sent towards the front, trying to bank it in. DiGirolamo gets it covered. These two teams, they don't like each other. They don't make any secret of it. Right now, they're both battling for their very season. You can hear the crowd getting into it. Face-off is one to Trites, but Sachem comes away with a Bovic coming up one-on-one. Guglielmo boxing him out, poked by Ryan, but didn't get much of it. It's now beneath the goal line. Bowles looking to settle it. Jackson Cantalupo trying to lead Reedy. It went off his skate, enters the Sachem zone. Octu shielding the puck. Now looks to drive possession the other way. It ends up on net. Ryan with a quick cover. 9:07 remaining. Octu returning to the lineup here tonight, as is Patrick Malone. They both missed last time. Bulls rolling 5D, 10 forwards here tonight. Right now, as the faceoffs went back to Mascaro, D-to-D we go. Cantalupo back to Lakowitz. He picks up speed, enters the zone. Fires a shot that's deflected. Beneath the goal line, loose in front, comes all the way out to Guglielmo. He walks in, shot. Redirected, goes off the shoulder of DiGirolamo. Hooked out, collected by Trites along the left wing half wall. Walks in, shot, shoulder to side. Cantalupo under pressure. Knocked off the puck, Trites regathers it. Guglielmo backhand pass. Ends up beneath the goal line. Walsh leading Calborough. Sashayed on for Kinkowski, but it's behind him. Octu collects, enters, pulls up, shot goes wide. Caroming around the wall. It's batted back in. A good play for Sachem, and that moves it back. I believe that's John Golden. Correct, it might be Terra. Can't make out the number there. Irregardless, puck has since been moved up ice by Almia, and now it's being regathered. Sachem fires it in. Ryan poking it out. Guglielmo, it's been out for a while. Into it, sends it towards the front. It's redirected. It went wide. Sachem is looking to collect. Pfister, and now Wetzel collects. Barham gets a stick on it. No icing. Ends up dropping it off. Pass towards the front. Can't connect with DeRico, and there's a whistle, and it looks like there's a penalty. .7:05 remaining. We're going to wait and see here. Doesn't look like there's a call on the ice, just a stoppage there for, I believe it was for the down player. I thought the Bulls had control, but nonetheless, official on the ice, they have a better view than I do, and they do all the hard work down there, so we can have fun up here watching it as fans, and in my case, as a play-by-play announcer. Wetzel gets it after it's whipped around the wall. Sachem trying to reverse it. DeRico can't redirect it on net, but he's racing after it, boxing out against Walsh. Both players battling for it. Comes to Landry, who just bats that one in. DiGirolamo ends up handing it off to Capice. Not sure if that was his intention, but as Sachem sends it up the wall, Bulls forcing it back down low. And Joey Capice moves it back on for Colin Calborough. He enters. Looking for Cameron Calborough. That pass goes awry. Bulls still looking to get it out of the zone. It's forced into neutral territory. DeRico strong on the puck there. He gets the change as the Bulls enter. Landrigan's shot goes wide. Comes out to the point. R.J. Pfister walking the line. Chips it back in. Good job. I believe that was Capice who ends up kicking that one to his stick, and then Landrigan ends up recovering at the red line after the Bulls picked off a pass. Sachem resetting. Calborough had it. Salito took it away. Fires. Shot is blocked. Beneath the goal line. Trickles out. J.P. D'Alessandro to Sherwood at the line. Fires. Shot redirected into the rafters. We get a stoppage here. 5:49 remaining. Both teams pressing here. Face-off is won by the Bulls. Campo to the point. Give and go. Pass goes off his skate. Octu, up, out. Kinkowski slipped behind the defense. He's got Bovic cutting towards the front. Guglielmo gets in the way. Sent towards the slot. Bulls now on the breakout. Salido enters. Mascaro throws the shoulder, knocks it free, comes beneath the gold line. Golden has it. But on the cycle, Salido gets it back, wants Campo, can't connect. Battling for it. A big hit in the corner, Bulls trying to settle it. Comes to Sherwood. Fires it off the wall. Golden flips it up. It's deflected. Sherwood trying to send it on ahead for Campo. Ends up being broken up by Bovic. Heading the other way, the captain, Kinkowski. Tied up, turnover, nearly forced, but it's out Octu who comes away with it. Moves it across, Montai, backhand pass. Still battling for it. Sent off the back of the net. Ryan covers up. Face-off comes to the left wing dot. Sachem seems like they're rolling 7 forwards right now. Maybe 8. But really shortening this bench early on as that shot from, I believe that was Calbert, was turned aside. He's being centered by O'Hay right now, and Montai, the other winger. Back and forth beneath the blue line, the goal line rather, and now Sachem looking to get to work on the cycle. Bulls battling for it. Alamia ends up firing a slap shot in. Puck seems to have rolled on him. Bulls now send it all the way down. We'll get an icing here. 4:16 remaining. A low-scoring affair for two teams known for anything but that. The netminder's locked in as the face-off is won back to R.J. Pfister. Bulls, defenseman heads up ice. Lead pass broken up by McGuire. Sachem didn't check up, so we get a whistle here. Morrow tried to fire a shot there. Bulls not happy, but face-off will come outside, and looks like that'll be the end of it. Good job by Nick McGuire intercepting that pass, but the face-off is won forward by Morrow. Pfister shielding it, steering it to safety. Cutting left to right. Outlet to Trites. His shot is kicked out. Puck is loose in the slot. Shot goes wide from Reedy. Caraming off the wall. Slapped towards the net by Pfister, trying to catch DiGirolamo. Moving, and then Cantalupo rescues it. And it's sent towards the slot. McGuire gets a stick on it. Puck leaves the zone. Pressuring against Wetzel. It looks like there's a penalty now heading against the Bulls. Morrow waving to Trites. The Bulls captain appears poised to be heading to the box. Sachem crowd now getting into it. Looks like it's going to be a power play for Sachem. And looking for the update on what that first call was. We'll get it to you once we have it. Looks like the call is for interference. It's going against Bobby Trites, the Bulls captain. Hauppauge in the dot for Sachem. They win it back to O'Hay, who holds it at the line after it nearly trickled past them. Lakowitz battling for it, trying to box out against Octu, and Sachem comes away with a pass across to Kinkowski. Wanted it on the back door for a one-timer. Then Sherwood gets physical, forces a turnover. Barham pressuring. O'Hay turning, cutting, across, poked off his stick. Landrigan, O'Hay on the back check. Calbert with him, and Sachem takes him down. Heading up ice, Kinkowski enters. And then Octu flex. O'Hay pressuring against Lakowitz, pokes it. Octu shot off the back of the net. Bulls, Sherwood sends it into the corner, trying to get it out of the zone. 3 Sachem players converge. Kinkowski has it. Dangling his way past one defender, can't finesse his way past the second, and it's swatted at by both teams. No high stick on the play. Correction, appears like there was a high stick on the play, so 2:31 remaining in the period. 1 minute remaining on the power play. Two longtime rivals battling it out here. JP D'Alessandro, he's been strong as of late for the Bulls, as has the line mates. Face-off has been won back. Bulls got a shot off, but now it's Sean Walsh heading up ice. Carries it across the red line, enters the zone. Knocked off the puck. RJ Pfister sends the length of the ice to Lito. Will pressure Montagne. These are almost settling it. Sachem power forward. Moving it over to Cameron Calber. Now heading up ice. Carrying it into the zone. Under 2 minutes remaining, David Wetzel. Keeping to the outside, lost his stick. Sachem player gets tripped up after he lost it in the fray. Play will continue. Walsh fires it. Batted down, they score! And the first goal of the postseason. It looks like it's Richie Bovich. The redirect for the goal. A power play goal. 1:47 remaining. Sean Walsh's shot. Redirected, batted down. What a beauty for Bovich. Bobby Trites is out of the box, but probably wish he had completed those last 16 seconds. A goal for Sachem. They lead 1-0. But now it's Bovich heading to the box. Waiting for an official explanation from the scorer's booth. Bovich is there. We're waiting to see if this is a... Looks like Colin Calber is heading towards the bench. We're going to see if he's getting off. It looks like it's a power play for the Bulls. They head for the man advantage. They have a chance to even... No. Looks like it's still 5-on-5. It's a 10-minute misconduct to Bovich. We're waiting on the official reason why per the official scorer's booth, and we'll get that to you when we can. Unsportsmanlike, just 10 minutes, no power play. Sachem has won the draw. That's a big loss for them, and we'll see how they look without one of their top 6 forwards in the lineup, as that one sent the length of the ice. It's going to have a key impact on their ability to really carry the puck up ice. Bovich really has that ability to make things happen in transition. He's a smooth skating player. He can slot in as a center. He can move to wing. He's been a really nice piece for them, and he's opened their postseason scoring, but now he's going to be out for 10 minutes. And if you're the Bulls, you got to capitalize on this with him in the box. Reedy matched up against Octu. Sachem will have to throw the lines in the blender as the Bulls win it back. Shot from Cantalupo. Ends up craning into the corner. Shot redirected in front. Batted down. Knocked free. Calber racing a bike. Slips past the defender. Walking in. Backhand pass. Redirected just wide. Kinkowski takes a hit. Puck comes to Octu. Shot saved by Ryan. Bulls netminder with the big stop. 1:15 remaining. Jackson Cantalupo has possession. He enters. His shot goes wide. Trites picks it up on his backhand. Escapes pressure. Knocked off the puck. Mascaro. Calber knocked down. Octu recovers. Collin enters. Pass to Octu. Steps in. Walks in. Shot is turned aside by Ryan. 50 seconds remaining in the period. Bulls looking to turn up ice. Reedy to Trites. Entering. Fires. It's turned aside by the stick of DiGirolamo. He redirected it into the corner. 40 seconds. Mascaro, the senior defenseman, knocked off the puck. Now the captain Trites heading up ice. Poked off his stick by Montai. Bulls enter offsides. 22.7. Trites isn't happy, but that's playoff hockey. Right now, 22 seconds remaining. Bulls looking for a late goal. Playoff hockey is all about whether or not you can roll with the punches. Right now, the Bulls have to prove that they can. DeRico can't win the draw, but it's rescued. Barham Looking across, his pass is deflected by O'Hay. Monti knocked down, loose in front. DeRico swats at it. Tried to get to work, moving it to the point. Turnover. Monti, 3-on-2. Chips it past Wetzel. O'Hay looking towards the front. Pass is deflected. DeRico on the back check. Puck is sent across. That's it for the first period. Bulls trail 1-0, and they had a strong start to the period. Sachem taking advantage of that power play opportunity. It's something you have to do in the postseason if you're going to pull away with a win, and Richie Bobich made no mistake on that one. And right now, the Bulls will look to respond with a long change in the second period. Sachem, they started out 7-0. They held on to a top 3 spot for the majority of the season, but as the Friars surged, Sachem started slowly but surely falling in the standings. They eventually fall to 4th. That lost the Bulls the dagger in their chances of securing a top 3 seed. Their road to the finals will likely be the hardest of any team if they are going to make it. In all likelihood, as we check the score for Connect Quat-Sayville versus KPC, that game is still tied at 0-0. That could be a factor here. They're in the third period. Shane Kirby versus Jason Krauthammer. A battle between two of the best netminders in the league, but right here we got two pretty good netminders as well, Patrick Ryan and Mikey DiGirolamo. Face-off tied up. Bulls try to carry it forward. Kalber comes away with it. Moves to Kinkowski, he fires it in. Cameron Kalber now on the chase. Wetzel trying to box him out. Ends up handing it off to Victor DeRico. Chipping it up the wall, trying to pressure it. Gets it out of the zone, comes to Brendan Landrigan, but he can't connect. Sent back up the wall, Cameron Kalber. A big hit from Victor DeRico. Bulls now looking to head the other way. Barham flips up and out. 3-on-1 developing. RJ Pfister on the attack. Colin Kalber on the back check. Pass across Landrigan. Shot. Scores! Brendan Landrigan! Who else? But Brendan Landrigan. RJ Pfister, he's been flying in this second half. 14:23 on the clock. The Bulls score in the first minute of the second period. This game is tied. Sniping, glove side high, as DiGirolamo slid right to left. Sachem's Capice and Al Bakhtu discussing something with the officials. Doesn't seem like there's any real discussion here. It just seems like one official was asked something, other official asked for clarification. Now we're going to get a face-off here. Brendan Landrigan from RJ Pfister and Victor DeRico. It's a 1-1 game here as the Bulls head up ice. It's been chipped in. Sean Walsh has it. But now it's heading up ice. It's Chris O'Hay. Toe drag. Comes in backhand. Separated from the puck beneath the goal line. We get a whistle here. There's a penalty on the play. Sachem has a chance to answer back on the power play. Looks like we're going to see who's heading for the box here. It's a 1-1 game. Looks like CJ Guglielmo is heading for the box. So Sachem heads to the power play. Cameron Kalber is in the dot. He's matched up against Brendan Landrigan. The call against Guglielmo, my apologies, is for interference. Now, Bulls win the draw. They're forcing O'Hay to regroup, and speed has made him a factor down the stretch as of late, and he made that stretch pass to Kinkowski. Barham pressure and using his speed to his advantage, and then flips it out. Chasing after it, it's Landrigan. DiGirolamo came out in the corner to play it. Sends it up the wall. Comes to O'Hay, he bats it ahead. Redirected. As the Bulls fire it back in, O'Hay will have to settle it. Barham will pressure. Sachem center moves it across to Capice. Along the wall, tries to reset to O'Hay. Landrigan pressuring. O'Hay boxes him out, and Bulls goal scorer gets a change here as Kinkowski looks for the zone entry. Walks in slowly, drops it off to O'Hay, who walks in. Curling. Pass across to Capice. Towards the back door. Wanted Calber as he cut to the slot. That pass was broken up, and now he's battling beneath the goal line. Comes to Kinkowski. Under pressure, Sherwood does a good job of keeping him to the outside, but it comes back to the Sachem captain. A big poke check from the Bulls defender. Comes up the wall, D'Alessandro against Capice. Ducks a hit. Sherwood tries to throw one as a shot from an off angle. It's a net, and then a turnover by the Bulls. Comes to Kinkowski walking in. Pulls up, fires. Stick save by Ryan. Under 30 seconds remaining. Barham heading in 2-on-1. Fires, save, rebound. Comes all the way out in the slot. Racing after it's RJ Pfister off the bench, but he leaves it behind. Thomas Kinkowski picks it up. He's racing ahead with Colin Calber. Camera in the trailer. Shot redirected. It ends up with Colin Calber. He moves it over to Cameron Calber. His shot ends up caroming off the wall. Greg Monty holding the line. The penalty will now expire as a shot goes wide from Cameron Calber. Careens off the wall. Bulls. It's Max Campo off the bench, pressuring against Sean Walsh. Sent up the wall. Morrow backhands it ahead. Wetzel picks it off. Under pressure, finesses his way past two defenders. Sends it to himself off the wall, chips it in. Salito will chase Monti back. Trying to tie up the Sachem power forward. Max Campo can't yank it out. Glove down at the line by RJ Pfister, but it leaves the zone. Wetzel has to reset. Bulls check up. Trying to enter. Sean Walsh knocks it free. Sent around the wall. D'Alessandro holds it in. Campo has it. Backhands it off the wall. Salito will pressure against O'Hay. It's tied up. Salito comes away with it. Sent towards the slot. Campo pressuring. Bulls still battling for it. Sent up, out. That's all the way down. You get a call for icing. 11:07 remaining. So 1-1 game. Sachem 1 of 2 on the power play. Landrigan with the equalizer early in the second period. It's a game between two programs who have battled for as long as they've existed. Face-off has been won back. Cantalupo has it. Walking in. Tried to finesse his way past two defenders. It's knocked free. Guglielmo can't knock it down. Then Cantalupo picks off a lead pass from Colin Calber. Evades Octu, carrying it to the outside. Cutting in on his backhand. Shot, scores! Jackson Cantalupo finds the back of the net. It's now 2-1 in favor of the Bulls. Back-to-back goals. Brendan Landrigan with the equalizer early on. Then Jackson Cantalupo forcing the turnover. A great individual effort. Evades Alamia. Walks in 3-on-1 and says, no, I'm taking this myself. And he puts it glove side high after faking. What a beautiful move. Unassisted goal. Bulls take their first lead of the night. Face-off is won to Bobby Trites. Fires. Blocker to side into the rafters. As Octu gloves it down, we get a stoppage here with 10:39 remaining. Back-to-back goals for the Bulls in this second stanza. Both from the rookies, Brendan Landrigan, Jackson Cantalupo, their first postseason varsity points. Goals, that is, my apologies. They won a ship last year in the JV division. They won another one here in the varsity division. Why wait for senior year when you can win now? O'Hay is kicked out of the dot. Monti enters. It's 1 to Trites. Sent across the slot, off the wall. Cantalupo curling. Toe drag, slips by one defender, kicks it to his stick, settles it, takes the shoulder from McGuire before moving it on to Trites. Tried to give it right back. Gets a glove on it, but McGuire battling for it. Trites forcing it free. And Reedy can't come away with it. It's Nick McGuire now heading up ice. Fires it in. Guglielmo on the other side, trying to chip it out. Ends up back down low. McGuire curling towards the front. Separated from the puck by Lakowicz. Now comes to Cantalupo. Pulls up, fires, save, rebound. Ends up trickling out in the left wing corner. It's whipped around the wall. DeRico gets a stick on it. Monti will pressure. Correction, that's Pfister, my apologies. Now the puck swatted out of mid-air. O'Hague picks it up. One-on-one shot. Redirected. Off the wall. Wetzel collects. And right now, Bulls entering. Chipped ahead by Reedy. He can't slip past the fence, but off the bench. Bulls. Barham wants Trites. Now comes to Golden. Enters, fired around the wall. Monti chasing. Rico sends it off the wall. Pfister collects. Walking in. On his backhand, shielding it. Morrow ties him up. Escapes. Still has it. Bulls blue liner, another escape turn. Pass towards the front. Can't connect. It was behind Barham. Settling on his backhand. Looking to get to work on the cycle. DeRico chips it right back into the left wing corner. Gives it right back to Barham. As he got a stick on it, poking it free. And now Landrigan against Walsh. It comes to Kinkowski. Sachem has the zone exit. The captain racing up ice. Pfister down to the ice as Sachem enters the zone. Cameron Calber makes his man miss. Pulls up, backhanded towards the slot. Kinkowski can't get a stick on it. Bulls heading the other way, 2-on-2. Barham drops it off. Landrigan walks in. Shot redirected, loose in front. DiGirolamo might have lost sight of it for a second, but now it's Kinkowski the other way. Sherwood has to keep him the outside. Shot! Careens off the glass, racing in to hold the zone. Cameron Calber breaks through. Walks in, shot. Batted down with the glove. Ryan can't get the cover. Bulls looking to flip it up and out. They do. Poked ahead. Barham trying to settle it. Pass across. Knocked down. Sean Walsh firing it ahead. Kinkowski to Colin Calber. Shot. Kicked out. Poked out. You get a whistle. We'll let officials sort this one out. Sachem player down beneath the goal line. I believe that's Colin Calber. And right now it looks like Guglielmo is heading to the box, and there might be a Sachem player heading there too, as Colin Calber is up to his feet. Right now, officials trying to sort this one out. Mascaro standing near the bench. Initially, it looked like... Oh, he's in the box now, so Mascaro standing near the bench. It looks like Sachem has a player in the box, but there's a power play up on the board, so... You know, I try not to comment on when the crowd is chanting, but if you're chanting, we can't hear you. There's a pretty obvious hole in that logic. I gotta say that. I'm really sorry. That's terrible chant. One of the worst. Of all the things you can chant, that's terrible. Face-off is won by the Bulls. They get the clear. And now Capice is entering. Carrying it to the outside. On his backhand, sends it towards the slot. Monti tied up. Shot, caroms off the wall. Kinkowski collects on the backhand, walks up, fires. Shot is blocked through traffic. Might have gone off Octo. It doesn't matter now. Barham pokes it on ahead. Landrigan against O'Haige. Flips it ahead. Barham split through, trying to cut towards the front. It's just ahead of him. Sent towards the corner. O'Haige trying to lead his man. Ends up being rescued by Colin Calber. He enters. He drew the penalty. He has it now. Sends it off the wall. Octu is going to collect that on the other side. It looks like there's a Sachem player in the box. I don't believe they have a penalty up. CJ Guglielmo was called for slashing. There's about a minute remaining on that one, and Bulls are hoping he has to serve the entirety of it. Octu has it beneath the goal line. Poked off his stick initially. Wetzel ties him up, comes free in the slot, loose. Settled by Landrigan. He flips it up and out. He'll go for the changes. Actually, it looks like that was Landrigan on the chase. It was Sherwood who got the change. And Salito pressuring O'Hay. Knocked off the puck. That was JP D'Alessandro, my mistake. So that one set down the ice. Salito will pressure. DiGirolamo trying to handle it. Moves it up the wall. Comes to D'Alessandro. He gets separated from the puck. Salito pressuring. And now JP D'Alessandro on the back check as Kinkowski looks to split the defense. Forced to pull up. Fires. Shot is blocked. Wetzel under pressure. Kinkowski forces it free. From an off angle, tried to bank it in. 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Cameron Caliber to Joey Capice. Pass is deflected. Wetzel sends it up. Salito sends it out, but it's not all the way down. Sean Walsh has it. 5 seconds remaining on the power play. Sachem defender holding it. Moving it ahead for Cameron Caliber. Dropped it off to Collin. Pass towards the front. The penalty's expired. Looking for the stretch pass. Pfister to Malone. Walking in. Shot. Blocked. Get a whistle here. The Bulls have drawn a penalty. They're heading to the power play. It looks like this is going to be their first of the game. Sean Walsh to the box. Sean Walsh, the first power play of the game. It was Richie Bovich was in the box. That's why I got confused earlier. My apologies. He has now been released. That is a big addition for Sachem, but now they have to kill off their first minor penalty of the game. The Bulls head to their first power play of the night. They lead by 1. The face-off is won forward by Sachem. Bovich pressuring. He's got a lot of energy pent up after spending these last 10 minutes in the sin bin. Now heading up ice. RJ Pfister picking up speed. Curling. Under pressure. Moves to Trites. To Wetzel walking in. To the right wing. Face-off circle across. Pass deflected. Comes to Trites anyway. Shot is turned aside by DiGirolamo. We get a stoppage here. Looks like the official is gesturing towards the net, so might have just came off a little bit. That's why they blow the play dead, and just a good job by Wetzel settling this one at the line. He moves it over to Landrigan. He's all alone, and the initial pass is deflected, but it makes its way through, and good job by DiGirolamo. Post to post. Sachem still trying to settle on their 4 penalty killers. They've made a change. O'Hay and Bovich off. Face off, tied up, won by the Bulls. It comes out to the point. Wetzel off the wall. Walking in, pass across to Pfister. Sent towards the slot, wanted to connect with Barham. His stick was lifted. Kinkowski pushing it ahead. Heading up ice. Shot. And it goes off the wall. Bulls looking to head the other way. The captain, Trites, carries it in. Pass to Pfister. Shot. Blocker to side. Sent towards the slot. Turnover force. Kinkowski trying to slip behind the defense. It's a 2-on-1. Colin Caliber to Thomas Kinkowski. It's on his backhand. Tried to swat it out of the hair, and now JP D'Alessandro picks it up. 50 seconds remaining on the power play. Bobby Trites enters. Pulls up toe drag. Poked off his stick. A good play by Tyler Alamia. Colin Caliber looking for Greg Monti. Wetzel settles it. Now looking to push pace, driving possession the other way, but he's forced to pull up by the Sachem penalty killer. Still curling away from pressure. And now he looks to enter. Bulls in the middle of a change. That's why Wetzel's holding it. Carrying it around the net now. Looking for a pass. Moves it to Jackson Cantalupo. He cuts in the corner. Toe drag to his backhand. 15 seconds remaining. He's carrying it towards the point. Gets tied up. Monti forces it out of the zone. 10 seconds now remaining. Bulls trying to re-enter. Pfister. And it's a whistle for offsides. Bulls were in the middle of a change, but they look like they changed offsides, so they're going to call that. And 3:48 remaining. 5 seconds remaining on the power play. In all likelihood, Sachem's going to get their first kill of the night. Right wing dot, just outside Sachem territory. Monti taking the draw. Capice heading to the bench. Sachem the home team. They do get the last change, but right now with Sean Walsh hanging. Face off, one forward to Reedy. Drops it off. Cantalupo's shot redirected. Knocked down by Mascaro. Leaves the zone. Bulls, Lakowitz. Battling with Hauppauge, who came away with it. Tried to move it across. Ends up being deflected to Rico. Trying to move it on ahead. We get a whistle here. Bulls have drawn another penalty. Shane Reedy. Drawing a call against Angelo Mascaro. So after Sean Walsh's slashing penalty, Sachem had the first 3 power plays of the game. This will be the Bulls' second consecutive. Mascaro to the box. We're going to wait and see what this one is for. And the faceoff will come to the right wing dot to Rico. Cantalupo, Reedy up front. Sherwooding. Guglielmo on the back end. High sticking is the call against Mascaro. Face-off is one back. Sherwood shot turned aside right in the breadbasket of DiGirolamo, who does a good job coming out, squaring up to that puck and makes the stop. As always, I'd like to thank the fans yelling at one another over my head. It's very helpful. It accomplishes a lot, and yelling drop the puck also accomplishes a lot too. So keep doing what you're doing. You're the real heroes of this game. It's great. And as the face-off is won by the Bulls, Shane Reedy walking into the slot, moving it across, back towards the slot. Nice look for Cantalupo, but Sachem now looking for a clear. Shane Reedy tries to rescue it. Kinkowski gets the clear through his legs. Now Cantalupo re-enters. Pass towards the slot. Reedy off his skate. Walsh tried to settle it. Cantalupo rescues it. Carrying it towards the point. His pass is deflected, but it's picked up by Sherwood after it deflects towards him. He hands it off in the corner. Comes out to Cantalupo. He wants Guglielmo. Kinkowski pressuring. Shot is redirected just wide. Ends up in the right wing corner. Guglielmo on the backhand. Moving it ahead to Reedy. Walks in. Shot. Turned aside. Loose. In front. Batted at. Now steered back in to safety. Sherwood put it off the official. Walsh tied up. Reedy collects. Under pressure. Moves it to the point. A minute remaining on the power play. Shot. Turned aside. DiGirolamo with another big stop. Walsh fires it out of there. Patrick Ryan will collect. Sachem gets one fresh killer out. Their defense stays on. Kinkowski on the forecheck. Now the puck comes to Bobby Trites. Enters. Pulling up. Hands it off to Landrigan. A cross shot. Sails over the net. Careens off the wall. Leaves the zone. Guglielmo trying to box out against Kinkowski. He does. Moves it across to Sherwood. Bulls with 2 defensemen out for this power play, in all likelihood due to the fact that Kinkowski is on the kill. Shot from Trites. Turned aside. Rebound. Off the back of the net. Picked up by Trites, but he couldn't settle it. Morrow fires it around to the weak side. Wetzel has to race in. On his backhand. Puck is rolling. Ends up leaving the zone. I think he thought it was out, but he actually looked like he had it in, and now he's re-entered. Poked off his stick. Kinkowski. 5 seconds remaining. Coming in against Trites. And he gets taken down. Penalty is expired. Sachem. Morrow. Shot. Off the board. No goal. Second attempt. It's loose. Bulls looking for the clear. They still have possession. A big stop from Patrick Ryan, and then a big stop from the goalie's best friend, the pipe. Yeah, that was a little cringe. Either way, Bulls survive that one. Sent towards the slot. Trites, the captain, walking in. Walsh soccers it. Landrigan, turnover force. Backhanded towards the front. A pile-up. And now a 2-on-1. Heading the other way. Hauppauge. 52 seconds remaining. Pass across the Bovich. Walking in. Shot. Save! Ryan Hauppauge picks up the loose puck. It looks like there's a call on the play. DiGirolamo heading to the bench. And we get a stoppage with 44 seconds remaining. We're going to roll that last one. Patrick Ryan. We're not going to roll the shot. Kinkowski breaking free. Taken down. As he tried to split the defense, flips it up and out, and looks like Wetzel is, no, it's not Wetzel, it's gonna be RJ Pfister heading to the box. Morrow off the pipe. Kinkowski tried to bat that one down. That would have been high sticking if it went in, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like that was what the official was gesturing for. initially. So Sachem heads back to the power play. It's going to be a 2-minute minor going against R.J. Pfister. Call on the play is hooking. Colin Calver in the face-off dot. Wins it back. Bulls force a clear. Solito racing after it. O'Hay ends up backhanding it up the wall. Cameron Calver chips it in. Colin Calver on the chase. C.J. Guglielmo looks to go D-to-D as Calver gets the worst of that hit that he tried to lay. Both teams battling for it. Comes to Colin Calver, walking in, backhand, from an off angle. Sent towards the front. Puck is bouncing. Kinkowski one hands it over to Cameron in the slot. Knocked off the puck. Bulls looking for a clear. Trying to get free. The stick is stuck. Play will continue as Landrigan tried to enter. There's a whistle here as Sachem has possession. It looks like this power play is over. 3.5 seconds remaining. D'Alessandro being escorted away from Kinkowski, steered towards the box by the official. So we're going to see what the call is here. Kinkowski looks to be heading towards the box as well. And it looked like there was another call on that play. We're going to see what ends up happening here, but there's not many players in the league that are, to be frank, as talented as Kinkowski is. And if you can send any of your players to the box and have him be the player that goes for the other team, you'll take that 9 out of 10 times. Maybe 99 out of 100 in all honesty. It's just the reality of this league. Offsetting penalties here. Reedy in the dot, Landrigan, the other forechecker. Bulls on the kill, 3.5 seconds remaining. Tied up, won by Sachem. 1:16 left on the power play. We head to the third period. The Bulls are up 2-1. They scored 2 unanswered in the second. Patrick Ryan with some key stops. We're going to look at that last play before the offsetting minors as Sachem headed up 2-on-1. Hauppauge looking across, and this is when it's still a delayed penalty, I believe. Bovich against Pfister. That's where the hooking call comes from. Ryan making the stop there as Pfister decided he didn't want to risk Bovich cutting in. And that's one of those calls where when you're a coach, it's one of those ones where you almost accept it. Because, well, I think Pfister had a chance to catch him without committing that penalty. It's a situation where you'd rather not have a goal scored than have to kill off a penalty. That's just the reality of it, the situation. And right now, this is a 2-1 game. And if you're looking for updates on KPC versus Connecticut Sayville, it looks like that one has reached its conclusion. The Knights won 1-0 against the T-Birds. So they're advancing. So now this means for certain that the winner of this game has to go on to face EI. That is inevitable. The overtime game winner from Sean Richardson, assisted by Connor Cohen. That was the end of it. There will be no upset for the T-Birds this time. The Knights took care of business in the first round. They have to take on the Friars. But as it stands right now on this side of the ice, these two teams are battling for the privilege of having to go up against Ryan and Atra, Anthony Pepe, or Pepe, my apologies, and of course Thomas Ivers, the league's leading scorer by a wide margin. The face-off is won by Sachem. Sean Walsh had it. By the way, if you're wondering why we zoomed in on that baby, I don't really know either. That was a decision by our cameraman, Wally Mitchell. It's a pretty cute kid, though. And now Joey Capice entering. A minute remaining on the power play. Sachem with possession. Pass to the point for O'Hay. Moves it back down into the corner. Bovich escape turn, cutting towards the net, still curling. Wetzel pressuring. Turnover forces. That pass is deflected out of the zone. Joey Capice has to reset. Going D-to-D with Sean Walsh. His pass is deflected. Reedy pressuring. Bulls are off sides. Well, it looked like they were going to be my mistake. And it looks like there's a call going against Sachem. Brendan Landrigan looks like he's gesturing to the crowd. they have a long, colorful history. He has been shy about celebrating in front of the Sachem crowd, to say the least. He did so when he had the hat trick to spoil Sachem senior night, and now play returns to 5-on-5. Play returns to even strength, my mistake. It's 4-on-4. And this one is a fun one. It looks like it's going to go down to the wire, but right now, 4-on-4. Cantalupo taking the draw with Trites on the wing. It's 4-on-4, so Shane Reedy presumably being held off for that reason in favor of these two. And now Cantalupo on the back check against Cameron Calber. Tried to slip past Wetzel. Ends up getting the puck after it rolls on Cantalupo. And then he drops it back off, ends up caught in the skates of the official. And then Colin Calber goes down. Bulls were waiting to see if there would be a stoppage there. Irregardless, they have possession. Cantalupo dangling in neutral. Entering. Slips through, shot, save, and DiGirolamo gets the cover. Bulls are on the power play. 13:39 remains in the third period. Bulls with a 1-goal lead, looking to make it 2. A crucial kill if there ever was one for Sachem. Minkowski's offsetting minor has not released. Faceoff's been won. Trites backhand shot goes just over the bar. Collected. Guglielmo walking the line. Pass comes across to Trites. Moves it to Lakowitz. Back down towards the slot. Cantalupo shot turned aside by DiGirolamo, and I think these offsetting minors are going to release now with 1:07 remaining on the power play. 13:29 remaining. No. My mistake. No, those penalties happen with 3 seconds left in the period. There's another 16 seconds to go. I misread. My apologies. Face off. Right wing dot. It's one to Joey Capice. He's pinned. Sachem rescues it. Sends it caroming off the glass. Bounced out towards center. Comes out of the zone. Bovic now in a race to Cantalupo. Battling for it. Neither player can settle it. Adam Lakowitz rescues it. And now Guglielmo, who kicks it to his stick. Racing up ice, makes the pass to Lakowitz. The two assisting captains, Gavin Barham, my apologies to Bobby Trites, who wears the C, and now in transition, Bulls trying to settle it. Trites re-enters, settles it on his backhand, cutting in, shot. Turned aside by DiGirolamo, 25 seconds remaining. Bovic backhands it. That's going to go all the way down the length of the sheet. 20 seconds remaining. Sachem trying to kill off the last 15 seconds. As a pass that ends up being fanned on, comes to Gavin Barham. He has to curl, settle it. Carrying it up ice, entering. Cuts the outside shot, turned aside right off the beak of DiGirolamo, and that'll do it for the power play. Play returns to 5-on-5. Colin Calber heading up ice, and Wetzel now has possession. Sachem's going to want to force a stoppage here because Minkowski is set to release as soon as this whistle came, and now he's out of the box. So is JP D'Alessandro. So 12:01 remaining in the period. It's a 1-goal game. Bulls lead 2-1. Both teams battling for it. The winner advances to the semifinals. They advance to states. The loser goes home. There are no second chances. Jericho versus Octu in the dot. One back, RJ Pfister steps into it. Makes the pass to Landgren. He tried to send it to Jericho off the wall, enters the zone, drops it off. Reedy looking towards the front. Carrying it. Still has it. Cutting towards the slot, turns, fires, deflects off Octu. Pfister holding it in, walking the line, and this time showing off his skill as he drops it off to Jericho. His shot is kicked out. Reedy pinching in. Off the wall, Landgren. Jericho in the slot. Shot. Turned aside. Loose. Batted down. Both teams battling for it. Puck comes up. Out of the zone. Wetzel has to settle it. Looking across to Pfister. Fires it back in. Bulls get a line change up front. Hanging behind the defense, it's Montai who can't get a stick on it. There is no chase rule in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, so this is going all the way back down. Timmy Salito out, Shane Reedy. Correction, actually it's Patrick Malone and Max Campo. Looks like Reedy got a change when I wasn't looking. My apologies. Bulls won the draw. They had possession. They're now trying to hold it in. As Montai leaves the zone, O'Hay collects. Entering, tried to drop it off. Max Campo says thank you very much. And tried to lead Patrick Malone. That pass went awry. Now Lakowitz will be in charge of settling it. Campo sends it up the wall. Lakowitz enters. Alamea nearly cleared it. Walsh collects. Salito pressuring. Campos as well, but as Cameron Caliber heads up ice, tied up. Looks like there's offsides there. Salito hands it off to Sherwood, who pitches it up. Walsh knocks it down. Looking across, Campo forces a turnover, but it's offside, so a good play, a good effort, but you can't enter offsides like that, and unfortunately, there's no way for Max Campo to get onsides in time, so that's one of those ones where you really have to just let it go. It's not an opportunity. You forced a turnover, yes, but it's not one you can really capitalize on because by the time you've checked up, that defender's getting to it. Face-off is one to Cantalupo. Cutting to the outside. On his backhand. Shot. Kicked out. Settled by the Bulls forward. Tried to make the pass to Trites. Comes out to the line. Wetzel sends it back in. Sachem out Bachtu. Heading up ice. Poked off his stick. Reedy backhands it to the point. Capice fires it in. R.J. Pfister settling it. Cutting across. Moves it to the weak side. Cantalupo enters. Cutting in, drops it off. Pfister, shot, save, rebound, loose in front. And it's kicked out beneath the goal line. They try and bank it off DiGirolamo, but the Sachem netminder comes up clutch, 9:42 remaining. A big stop for Michael DiGirolamo. The senior-heavy Sachem squad trying to punch their ticket to the second round. They may have slipped in the standings, but their championship aspirations remain alive for the next 9 minutes and 42 seconds. But they only last longer if they can score. Shot towards the net is punched out by DiGirolamo, then knocked out of the zone by Montai. Bovic enters. Pass intended for Wetzel off his skate, and it comes up ice. It's flipped in by Landrigan on net. Ends up being redirected into the left wing corner. Mascaro, correct, that's the right wing corner of the Sachem zone, who now looks to move it to the left. Dorico pressuring. Puck leaves the zone. Bovic has to choke up on his stick to settle it. Sent towards the net. It's kicked out. Landrigan sends it out. Sachem Sean Walsh has it. Pass to Bovic, who ends up getting a piece of it, so there's no icing on the play as the Bulls are looking for a clear. It's redirected on net. Ryan with a critical stop there. Turning aside that bouncing puck. Montai now has it. Heading up ice. Breaks free. Shot is blocked. Good effort by Wetzel. Sent towards the front. Bulls settle it beneath their own net. Looking cross ice. Timmy Salito wants it. There's no angle, so Landrigan fires it in. Sachem has it. Sean Walsh with possession, looking to hand it off beneath the goal line. On the forecheck now. Bulls pressuring. Puck leaves the zone. The captain, Kinkowski, racing up ice. Bulls are pressuring. Shot is redirected into the corner. Guglielmo fires that up the wall. Now the Bulls get the clear. It comes to J.P. D'Alessandro. He fires it in on net. DiGirolamo hands it off to Walsh. She's under pressure. Sends it around the wall. Kinkowski pulls up, gets tied up. Salito can't get a stick on it. The captain trying to slip by. J.P. D'Alessandro flipping that one on net, and That's not a play where it's about the shot. That's a play where it's about making sure Thomas Kinkowski doesn't start racing up ice. That's what that's about. That's the name of the game for the Bulls right now. It's to contain Sachem. You want to score, yes. You can't stop pressing. You can't stop being aggressive. And you try and prevent a goal, that's normally when they happen. But this is their reality. They lead 2-1. They have to hold on to that lead first and foremost. Shot from Cantalupo, turned aside by DiGirolamo. Bulls. And Sachem, a rivalry matchup. This isn't going to be like last season when the Bulls won 6-0. There was just no world in which it was going to end that way. Now, this one's going down to the line. Cantalupo on the cycle. Cutting towards the net, it's Reedy. He's separated, but it looks like as soon as Sachem touched up, there was a call. So Richie Bovich to the box. And I think Jackson Cantalupo drew that penalty. I'm going to wait and see what the official call is. I don't want to speculate, of course. This is a critical 2 minutes for the Bulls, and they have to capitalize on this one to really start trying to build some extra security. But as Sachem wins the draw, they reverse it to the weak side. Monty sends it the rest of the way. Pfister trying to hold it in, and that's what allows him to fire that one all the way out. And now Wetzel's going to collect that beneath the net. He's looking up ice. Comes to Reedy. Flips it ahead to DeRico, and it's offsides. He crossed the line before the puck did, so that's going to be a line change up front for the Bulls as DeRico heads to his bench. Officials steering him away from Alamia, who seems to be gesturing for a call. Bulls and Sachem. This is a game that tends to get chippy. 7:06 remaining. Landrigan in the dot. Face-off is won by Cameron Calber. Landry gets a piece of it. They try and poke it on ahead, but Wetzel collects. Heading up ice, enters. Wants to drop it off. Ends up getting tied up by Landrigan. Escape. Ends up getting tied up as he tried to move it. Back to the point, and now the Bulls are trying to reset. Comes back to Wetzel, who's walking the line, and hands it off to Trite, sends it across. Deflects off Pfister. Landrigan trying to rescue it. Can't. Kinkowski poked off his stick. Wetzel battling for it, and the Sachem captain sends it in as Cameron Calber checks up. Wetzel holding it. Blows a tire. Kinkowski nearly forces a turnover. It's rescued. Turned over again. Sachem captain in on a breakaway. Coming in. Shot. Scores! Thomas Kinkowski, the shorthanded goal. This one isn't over. It's only just begun. And you can never count Sachem out when Thomas Kinkowski is on the ice. The captain capitalizing, coming in, backhand, forehand, going to beat Patrick Ryan. This is a tie game. It's a shorthanded goal. Sachem got their first on the power play. They have their second on the kill. And now the Bulls are really going to have to find a way to find the back of the net on this man advantage. They're no longer protecting a lead. They don't have it anymore. Face-off is won back by Sachem. Bulls have been unable to really win these face-offs as of late. You got to give credit to Sachem centers. They've done a great job, but Joey Capiz sending that one out of play. Face-off comes all the way down, and face-off, tied up. Sachem's Chris O'Hay tries to clear. Lackwood steps in, fires. Kicked out. Trites on the rebound. O'Hay battling for it. Comes away with it. Tied up. Octu now coming in one-on-one. His shot. Green's out of play. Went into the netting. Defensive zone draw, Colin Calber in the dot versus Landrigan. Bulls center gets the better from that time, and right now it's CJ Guglielmo carrying it up ice. Walking in. A big hit in the corner. Gavin Barham settles it. Puck ends up back in that corner, and we get a whistle and a stoppage. There's a bit of a collision there, and I can't see who's down. We're going to have to... You never want to see an injured player. Sachem player back to their feet. That is Tyler Alamia. .5:42 remaining. 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Bulls trying to pull this one out right now. They're tied at 2. Thomas Kinkowski, the shorthanded goal. Sean Walsh with the assist. Walsh has 2 assists here tonight for Sachem. Landrigan and Cantaloupe, lone goal scorers for the Bulls. They need one right now. Landrigan, Barham, Trites, they're all stars up front. Guglielmo and Lakowitz on the back end. Face off. Ends up being won by Sachem. Kinkowski picking up speed as he heads up ice. Tried to fire a shot. Guglielmo and Lakowitz keeping to the outside. 4 seconds remaining on the power play. Bulls enter. Trite shot, redirected. Shot! Saved by DiGirolamo. We get a whistle here. .5:20 remaining. And it looks like we have a timeout here. If I'm not mistaken, I can't see which call. It looks like it's been called by Sachem. One would assume, but goaltending has been spectacular here tonight. You gotta hand it to the sophomore Michael DiGirolamo, and you really have to hand it to Patrick Ryan. They've been outstanding tonight, and right now it's gonna come down to whether or not the Bulls or Sachem make a mistake first. And that's just the reality. You know, we could talk about the fact that Sachem's been fantastic on special teams. You can talk about the fact the Bulls have been fantastic at 5-on-5. The reality is, at this point, hockey's a game of mistakes. Nobody would score if a mistake wasn't made. And right now, the first team to make a mistake is in all likelihood the team that's going to lose this game. Shane Reedy in the dot. He's matched up against Chris O'Hay. Face off won by Sachem. Versus a weak side maul, Monty heading up ice. Reedy got a stick on it. Monty recovers. Pass intended for O'Hay is behind him. He got a piece of it, trying to settle it. The Bulls flip it up, out, and now it's Mascaro under pressure from Cantaloupe. Worked it up the wall. O'Hay under pressure from Reedy. Makes a nice pass, but then Guglielmo forces Bovic back into the zone. Reedy chasing against Mascaro. Comes to Walsh, D-to-D. Bulls on the attack. Cantaloupe forcing a turnover. Trites coming in. 2-on-1. Fire, save. Rebound is loose in the slot. Bulls can't settle it. Sachem will. Chris O'Hay heading up ice. 3-on-2 developing the other way. Greg Monti drops it off. O'Hay walking in with speed. Shot over the net. He's still chasing. Trites trying to keep him to the outside. 4:30 remaining. Jackson Cantaloupe now heading the other way. Reedy has to walk the line. Monti with the poke check, but Reedy rescues it, sends it back in. Sachem collects. Capice trying to send that one off the wall. Went off Monti instead. Bovic heading up ice now. 3-on-2 developing. Cantaloupe trying to get back on the back check as the shot is blocked. Comes to Reedy. Sends it towards Cantaloupe, who's going for a change, and now comes to Bobby Trites. Now the captain coming in on the backhand, pulls up, drops it off. R.J. Pfister, his pass comes across, just behind its intended recipient, Gavin Barham. Shot from the point, redirected, and a stop by DiGirolamo. What a stop for Michael DiGirolamo. Jericho versus Octu. Face-off is won by Sachem. Shot goes wide. Pinballs off the wall. It leaves the zone. R.J. Pfister has it. Kinkowski on the forecheck. Bulls defenseman makes the smart heads-up play. Landrigan sends it in. Barham will chase. Golden can't one-hand it past them. Bulls all-star battling in the corner. Sachem forces a turnover. Now they're looking up ice. The captain, Kinkowski, can't settle that one. It's fired back in by Wetzel. Bulls have checked up. They're now back on the forecheck. Barham using his speed, and now an outlet pass to Octu. Wants Colin Calber, who chips it past the Bulls' defense. Now in a race with R.J. Pfister. Victor DeRico collects, sends it up the wall. Landrigan can't settle it, too much on it, and then fired back in by Sachem. 3 minutes remaining in the period. Bulls, Sachem battling. It's 2-2. R.J. Pfister to Landrigan. Hands off for Reedy. He walks in. Shot. Goes off the shoulder of DiGirolamo. Both teams battling for it. Puck leaves the zone. Monti trying to break to the outside. Wetzel with the poke check. Can't muscle his way past the Bulls defender. He's got the stick held. Wetzel trying to pull it free. He does. Shot from the point redirected, but Ryan makes the stop, and Monti wants a penalty, but as he turned to the official, it looked like that stick was caught under his arm, and Wetzel is trying to yank it free, so you're not going to be able to draw that call if it looks like, and again, this is from my vantage point, I have a bird's eye view. I'm not saying this would happen, but if it looks like you're trying to hold the stick to draw a call, you're probably not going to get it, and I'm assuming that's why the official on the ice made no call there. Sean Walsh has it. Monti battling for it, comes to Shane Reedy. Bulls send it up ice. Trites gets the stick on it. Alamia collects. Sachem has possession. Walsh's pass deflected by Canalipo. Alamia has to rescue it. Drops it off for Walsh after he didn't intentionally drop it off, but now the Sachem blue liner enters. Poked off his stick, a big play from Sherwood. Battling in the corner. Canalipo gets tripped up, hands it off to Yelmo. Dropped off. Sherwood. Cameron Calber forechecking. Puck is moved to Canalipo. Trites gestures for him to carry it. Cutting to the outside. Fires it. That one went off the back of the bar. Both teams battling for it. Comes out to the point. Sent in front. Redirected. Reedy leaves it for Trites. Bulls captain battling. Trying to drop it off along the half wall. Sachem forces a turnover. The puck comes to Guglielmo instead. Bulls checking up. They re-enter. Sherwood. Slap shot. Deflected at the point of release. Alamia sends it up the wall to Colin Calber. He wants Thomas Kinkowski. He's pressured. Forced behind his own net. 1:11 remaining in the period. Sachem with possession. They're hemmed in their own zone. Looking for a zone exit. Pass off to Kinkowski, who enters. Poked off his stick. He settles it. Something's thrown on the ice. Shot on net. A whistle. Something was thrown on the ice there, and well, looks like that's been handled. So now Bulls and Sachem, 55.3. Waiting for the face-off. Officials appear to be communicating something, and probably about the object that fell on the ice, so they'll take care of that. We don't need to discuss it any further. Face-off tied up. O'Hay couldn't hold it in. Puck leaves the zone. Mascaro going D-to-D. Capice looking cross-ice. Ends up leading Calber. Colin, that is, and now R.J. Pfister O'Hay pressuring. Knocks the puck free. Colin Calber cutting towards the front. David Wetzel tying it up. Picks it back up. Sends it around the wall. Puck comes out. Mascara under pressure. Moves it D to D. Then tries to lead O'Hay. Puck enters the zone. Sachem Center racing after it. Wetzel tied up in the corner. Bulls battling for it. 20 seconds remaining. Wetzel working his way to his feet. It's pinned. Trapped. Both teams jabbing at it. 10 seconds remaining in regulation. Both teams have a chance. Sent towards the front by Kinkowski. It's loose. Ryan can't cover it. There's a pile-up. Both teams battling for it. A kick saved by Ryan. And we're heading to overtime. Patrick Ryan. The big stop. The crowd cheering his name, and rightfully so. The Bulls senior isn't ready for his Smithtown Hauppauge tenure to end, and he makes the first save, can't get it covered, doesn't matter. Slides across, the outstretched pad save. And his two Bulls end up in the crease. One in the crease, actually, one behind Ryan in the net. We head to overtime. Girolamo and Ryan still dueling here. Late in the period, we've passed the point. No return, it's sudden death. Apologies, that's been caught in my throat there. Sudden death overtime, as it always is. Both teams battling to secure their spot in the semifinals. This one has gone down to the wire. Kinkowski versus Trites. DiGirolamo versus Ryan. Sachem and Smithtown Hauppauge. Only one team will emerge victorious. Only one team can move on. And this game won't stop until somebody finds the back of the net. Hawk 2 versus Reedy. 5-on-5, 5 minutes overtime. It's one back by Sachem. Walsh stepping across, pass is broken up. Bobby Trites to Jackson Cantalupo. Puck is rolling. Slipping through the defense. Poked off his stick. It's loose. Sachem looking for the clear. Trites shot. Goes wide. Capice firing it up the wall. Held in by Lackowitz initially. Poke pass by Kinkowski. Bulls. Guglielmo has it. Beneath the goal line. Firing it. Just wants it out of the zone. Jackson Cantalupo collects. 3-on-2. Pulls up. Fires. Shoulder to side. Puck remains in play. Cantalupo got a piece of it. Sachem has the rest of it. They're heading up ice. It's Colin Calber with Thomas Kinkowski. Cantalupo on the back check. Cutting in. Shot. Goes wide. Careening off the boards. Kinkowski backhands it in. Moving it from right to left, but the Bulls are the ones who come away with it. Kinkowski gets a piece of the pass. Cantalupo rescues it. Trites tried to put it through his legs. Lost the handle. Bulls. Trites shot. Redirected. Puck remains in play. It's gloved down by the captain. Hands it off to Cantalupo. Shot from an off angle. Turned aside. Kicked out. Loose in front. Sean Walsh ends up carrying that one beneath the goal line. Bulls come away with it. Wraparound attempt. Turned aside. And now it's Sean Walsh looking for Thomas Kinkowski. Can't find him, so he settles for Greg Monti. Sachem's offsides. Kinkowski can't toe the line. 3:41 remaining in overtime. Both teams trading chances. Sachem generating most of their offense in transition. Bulls unable to get much going in front right now. And O'Hay versus DeRico. The draw is one back to Alamia, and it's fired in. Icing. 3:36 remaining. Face-off comes all the way down. Bovich, Monti up front, as well as Chris O'Hay. When all is said and done, win, lose, or draw, Hay, Capice, DiGirolamo, those are the pieces of Sachem's future, at least for the next season. The face-off is won by Sachem. Montai heading up ice, gets tied up. O'Hay rescues it, enters, cutting in, forced to the outside, curling along the half wall, pass towards the point, deflected. Bulls trying to settle it. A stick lift from Richie Bovich, who fires it back in. Settled beneath the goal line. R.J. Pfister collects. Bulls heading up ice. Cutting to the outside, Colin Calber. Pass makes its way all the way across the slot. Picked up by Kinkowski. He flips it up and out. Goes off the skate of DeRico. The captain, Kinkowski, settles it. Heading up ice. He's picked up speed. Trying to go through 4 Bulls. It's poked off his stick. Wetzel fires it up ice. It's knocked down by Capice. He sends it back in as Sachem checks up. I'm not sure Kinkowski plans on getting off the ice until this is over, one way or the other. Then the Bulls send it all the way down. They might try to take him off. I'm not sure it'll work. And looks like he'll head to the bench, so. Bovich, Octu, O'Hay. They're going to be rolling them quickly. Kinkowski isn't happy about going to the bench, by the way. Guglielmo has it, moves it up ice to Cantalupo. Looking across to Sherwood. Ends up holding it. Carrying it. Across the blue line. Cutting to the outside, looking to cut back in. Kicks it to his stick. Pass to the point. Sherwood shot. Redirect. They score! It's over! It's over! Who else but Bobby Trice? The Bulls are going to the semifinals! It's over! I'm so sorry about this. It looks like we're having some technical issues. You guys are all so excited to see this game that, well, we're having a bit of technical difficulties here. The Bulls have won it. The Bulls have won it. Bobby Trice celebrating. Raymond Sherwood passing Cantalupo with the assist. We can't get the replay to roll right now. The barn is rocking. We've hit 320 on viewers. So if you're wondering why we can't get the replay to roll, that is why. It is because of you. Thank you so much for watching. What a season for Sachem, but it comes to an end now. We've hit 366. It's the quarterfinals. The Bulls are moving on. Bobby Trice, the Bulls captain, he sends them to the next round and sends Sachem into the offseason. Thank you so much for watching on the Long Island Sports Network. Don't forget to follow the @LI Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all latest game news, recaps, highlights, and analysis. The next 4 teams moving on. Bulls heading to the semifinals. They'll take on the East Islip Chiefs. St. Anthony's set to take on KPC. The finals are coming. 4 teams remain. Good night, everyone.